This was the question 4x square. Okay, let me write it down again. 4x square plus 9 divided by x, right? This was the question. So now you are supposed to solve this. Some of you said quotient rule. One of you said, sir, let's bring this x upwards and use a product rule. Let me write that down. If someone wants to bring it up, then it must be x to the power minus 1 multiplied by 4x square plus 9. And then you can use the product rule as well. But my advice to people, let's see, you can simplify it in another way as well. How about I write it down in this way, 4x square upon x plus 9 upon x. Is it correct? Can I write it down in this way?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can write the denominator separately for both of them, right? So now just let's cancel them out and simplify them. What will I get? 4x plus 9, and let's bring this x up. X to the power minus 1. Now we know as long as the functions or as long as the terms are adding or subtracting with each other, do I need to use a product or quotient tool here, or just I can simply differentiate each one of them individually?
So each of them individually.
Yes, I can differentiate them, each of them individually. Now I'm differentiating them, so I must write down dy by dx. And what is the differential of 4x?
4, sir, 4 plus
Minus, no, it will be minus 9.
4 minus 9 x minus 2.
Very
X
good, Rayan. Very
power
good.
minus 2.
And I expect other people to contribute as well. Rayan should not be the only one contributing. Very good, Rayan. 4 minus 9 over x square. So this is the differential. The product rule and quotient rule must be a little bit lengthy. You will have to make the data. You'll have to note down everything. You'll have to make sure you don't make an error. So I believe this is the easiest way out for this particular question. I've sent this whole file to you people, and I expect you people to complete. If you're not able to get the right answer, doesn't matter. I expect you people to at least try the whole thing. Okay, give it a go and let me know if you are unable to understand this. We'll do more questions regarding higher derivatives today. Okay, this one. A piece of wire of length 104 centimeter is bent to form a trapezium as shown in the diagram. Express y in terms of x. So if they've told us 104 centimeter, what will this be for the trapezium? This quantity, what will this specifically be for the trapezium?
The perimeter.
Very good, Kambar beta. This will be the perimeter of the trapezium. So the question says express y in terms of x. That means I'll have to form an equation which contains y and x both, right? And I can simply make the equation of perimeter. The whole perimeter is equal to what? 104. So what is the whole perimeter? Perimeter is the total length of the boundaries. Perimeter is the total length of the boundaries. And how do you find the total length of the boundaries? You simply add up all the length. So y plus 5x plus 6x plus y plus 5x. And this whole thing is equal to 104. So let me write this down. Y plus 5x plus 6x plus y plus 5x is equals to 104. And simplify it. What will you get? 2y.
What did you add 2? So why did you add y 2 times?
Okay, wait, Rayan. I'll let you know. Okay. Just add all the lengths. Y plus 5x plus 6x plus y plus 5x. So ultimately you will get y 2 times.
6 plus
Fine?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So, yes, class. What will be the equation? Y in terms of x. 2y is equal to 104 minus 16x. And then y is equal to, simply divide this over there, 104 minus 16x. 104 minus 16x. Yes. Everyone is following? I know I can take 2 common in the numerator as well and simplify. Y is equal to, take 2 common, what do you get? 52 minus 8x upon 2. Simplify, cancel out these 2's. What do you get? Y is equal to 52 minus 8x. This is your y in terms of x. This is the part 1 which you have done. Now what else does the question say? And show that the area A is written in this way. Okay, generally if I were to write the area of the trapezium, what is area of the trapezium? Yes, class?
1/2 base into sum of parallel sides.
Not base, Abdullah. 1/2 into height
वही
plus
वही
sum of parallel sides. नहीं बेटा एक बात नहीं है, base और height एक बात नहीं होती है. Base is what you stand on. तुम्हारे पाँव की length और तुम्हारी height, is it the same thing?
No.
Obviously not. So base and height are not the same thing. I know it's in your head, but you said it out
So how
wrong.
will you find the height?
Okay, yes, wait. That's what I was coming on. Generally, how do we? This is how we write down the area, right? Now let's see. Let's try to plug in whatever we have right now in this. Okay, we don't have the height. Yes, we need to find out the height as well. A is equals to half into height. Yes, we don't know the height till now. Into sum of parallel sides, and we have done this similar question in class as well. And what is one side is 6x plus y, and the other parallel side is y. I can simply plug in y equals to 52 minus 8x. I'll do that. Don't worry about it. I'll do that. We'll do that. But this is what we have. We still need to substitute a height over here, right, class? I need to find out height in terms of x. Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now look at this figure. Now I need to find out the height. Let me just draw the height so that we know that this is what we need to find out. Yes, class, right? This is what we need to find out. The red line, length of the red line in terms of x, right? Because the question says that write down the area in terms of x. So we need to put everything in terms of x. Yes, we can put y in terms of x. We have already got that covered, but we'll still need the height in terms of x, right? So how do I find this out? Okay, class. Now look at this very carefully. We have done a similar thing in class as well.
Sir,
Let
this
me write
side
down
would
it.
be 3x.
Very
The
good.
vertical side
Yes.
base
Now,
side
now,
is 3x.
now, do you recall this, Ryan? We have done a similar question in class as well. This
So I don't
whole
remember
thing.
much. But this
Okay,
vertical
doesn't.
side is 3x.
Okay,
I know
this
that.
whole thing. This whole thing is 6x plus y. Yes, class.
Yes, sir.
And this thing is y.
Yes, sir.
This thing is y. Right? Let me
Yes,
just
sir.
write y over here. Yes, class. This thing is y, and this whole thing is 6x plus y. Now, if I just remove y over here, and this is also 5x, and this is also 5x, so this is a symmetrical trapezium that I have. So if this thing is y, then the 6x, the remaining, this whole thing is 6x plus y. Then the 6x must divide equally. Following, class?
Yes.
If anyone has any issue, please feel free to ask me. Now this whole thing is 6x plus y. ये बीच वाली जो चीज है लेंथ है, this is y, and I have the remaining 3x over here and 3x over here. Now I know that this is 3x and this is also 3x. This is 3x and this is 5x. How do I find out the height?
Sir, perpendicular.
How? Yes, it is perpendicular, but how?
Pythagoras theorem.
Very good, number.
Sir, 5x square minus 3x square, something like that.
Yes, if you use the Pythagoras theorem. What is the Pythagoras theorem?
Hypotenuse
square.
equals base upon perpendicular.
No, that is, you're telling me trigonometric ratios, Rayan. Beta, I'm asking Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem is this. H square equals to P square plus B square. What is the hypotenuse over here? 5x. The square of 5x is equals to perpendicular is your height. And what's your base? Yes. Yes, class. Hurry up. Yes. What is h? Remember, when you're squaring this, this will be 25x square. This will be h square plus 9x square. Take 9x square over there. What do you get? 25x square minus 9x square is equals to h square. So this will simply be 16x square is equal to h square. Taking roots on both sides, what do you get? H as 4x. So the height is 4x. Now I know I can plug in the height over here. My height will be 4x. So now my area will be, area is equals to half multiplied by height, which was 4x, multiplied by sum of parallel sides, which was 6x plus 2y. Now what do I need to do? I need to substitute y or 2y over here. I know that in place of 2y, I can simply put 104 minus 6x, or I can plot this 52 minus 8x in terms of y, and then when it will multiply with 2, it will just give me directly 104 over minus 16x. So instead of just plugging in y, can I directly plug in 2y? Is it an easier way? Just plug in 2y, we already have 2y. So save
Yes,
ourselves
sir.
some work, and a is equal to half into 4x. Let's just simply simplify half and 4x. This will be 2x multiplied by 6x plus 1. What was this? 104 plus 16x. This was 2y, right? I have plugged in the
Sir,
whole 2y.
104 minus 16x नहीं था?
Minus tha? Okay, okay. I'll just put it minus. Don't worry. My bad. Sorry. Okay, class. So now just simplify this and tell me what's the answer that you people are getting. A is equal to what? 2x into 104 minus 10x. Area is equal to what? 208x minus 20x square. Be careful with this. When you multiply this x with this x, it must be x square. So this is your area. This is what the question asked us to prove. Find the value of x and of y for which a is a maximum. Now for a to be maximum, we know that the dA by dx will be equal to what?
Sir, 208 minus 40x.
I know that, but what will that be equal to if I were to find the minimum or the maximum point?
That would be equal to 0.
Very good. The differential or the rate of change or the change with respect to the variable is always equal to 0, whether it's a minimum point or a maximum point. So dA by dx will be equal to 208 minus 40x square. Sorry, 40x. And then it says that it's a minimum point. So we know that whether it's a minimum point or a maximum point, both of them are still stationary points. So both of them still has the differential is 0. So 208 minus 40x. Yes, class. Hurry up, solve this. Let me know what is the value of x that you people are getting. X is equal to what? Good, Ryan. 5.2 what? Centimeter. Let's take it this as centimeter. The question is also asked us the value of y. So what's the value of y when x has this value?
52 minus 8x.
Very good. 52 minus 8 into, and we know the value of 8 is 5.2. What's the value of y? Hurry up. Use your calculators.
10.4.
Good, Abdullah. 10.4 centimeters. So this is the value of y and this is the value of x. Just to verify, just to check that am I still getting the maximum or the minimum value of a? What does the question say? Let's read it here. Where for which a is maximum. So just to verify, you don't have to do this in the exam as well, but just if you want to check yourself that whether it's the right value, whether it's the maximum value or not. How do I know that it's the maximum value of a? What do I need to do for that?
Double differentiate.
Yes, Kambar, very good. Better double differentiate. So d square a upon dx square. What will be d square a upon dx square? Yes, class. Differentiate this. What will you get? Simply minus 40. So we know that the double differential or the higher derivative d square a upon dx square. I know I'm not concerned with the value. It is just negative. Because it is less than 0, I can say that a is maximum. Is it clear, class? Because I got the double differential negatives, I got a negative value for it. So I can say that this particular value, the turning point of a, or the maximum or the minimum value of a, whichever one it was. Now I know the nature of it as well. What's the nature? It is a maximum value. Okay, class. Let's do another question. Okay, now see, in this question, it is written in the end. Proof of that it is a maximum is not required. That means we don't need to double differentiate it. Okay, class, let's try this on your own. Hurry up. A rectangular block has a total surface area of 1.08 meters square. The dimensions of the block are x, 2x, and h. Show that h is equal to this. Yes, so how do I find out the total surface area of a rectangular block? Total surface area of a cuboid. What is the total surface area? Is equal to
1.08.
2 times length into width. Let me just write it down for you people. Plus width into height plus height into length. I've covered all the three faces and I've multiplied them by 2. So now I know that I've covered all the 6 faces of a cuboid. So in this particular question, I have the dimension. I'm not concerned with what's height and what's the width because it doesn't matter much. Okay, I have 2x multiplied by x plus h multiplied by x plus h multiplied by 2x, right? So these are the 3 dimensions that I have, and my surface area is equal to 1.08. The question says so. So this whole thing 2 will be equal to 2x square plus xh plus 2xh. So I can add xh and 2xh as well. So 1.08 will be equal to 2 bracket 2x square plus 3xh. And then when I multiply them, what do I get? 1.08 is equals to 4x square plus 6xh. Right, class?
Yes, sir.
And what does the question say? It says make h the subject of the formula. So what do you get? 1.08 minus 4x square is equals to 6xh. If you want to make h the subject of the formula, simply you will get 1.08 minus 4x
कुछ आगे
square.
पीछे हो गया.
आगे पीछे हुआ बताओ.
हाँ ठीक है. ओके 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 ठीक है ठीक है.
Yes, Shabazz, please.
नहीं सही है मुझसे गलती से हो गया.
कोई बात नहीं. Whatever mistake you are making, please let me know so that I can rectify it. If you have any problem, please feel free to ask me. Class, who still does not get this, please let me know. What is total surface area? Area of all surfaces, right, beta?
Yes, yes.
Hold up your book. It's a cuboid. How many faces are there?
6.
Okay, the top is identical to the bottom. The right is identical to the left. And the front is identical to the back. Okay, now just label the 3 edges that you have. Label one edge as length, one edge as width, and the other one as height. Now, how do you find the area of the top? Length into width.
Yes.
And the same will be the area of the bottom, so I'll eventually multiply it by 2, don't worry. Now, how do I find the area of the right side? Length into height. It's again another rectangle. Right?
Yes.
So length into height as well. And then how do I find the area of the front or the back?
Height into length.
Height into length I have already done for the right side. Yes, Abdullah, following beta?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you have 2 sides, 3 edges. Let this be 2x. Let this be x. And let this be height. Fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what do I say? There are 6 faces, and let's take 3 faces and then add them up and multiply them by 2 so that I'll get all 6 because I have 2 identical faces as well. Okay. So first I'm taking this whole thing. This is what is the area of this? X into h, right? And then I'll multiply it by 2 eventually, so I'll get this. And what is the area of this?
2x into h.
Very good. And what's the area of the top or the bottom?
2x into x.
Yes, so this is what I have done simply. So if you call them length, width and height, so one of the side is length into height, the other side is width into height, and the third side is length into width.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? Don't worry too much about the formula. It's just the basic thing. You can do it with common sense as well. If you're familiar with the idea of area and the idea of total surface area, you can do it on your own as well. Say it, beta?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can get complicated figures as well, and you have to figure out their surface area on your own. So don't worry and don't always search for a certain formula for that. Fine. I hope this is clear. Okay, now what about volume? The question says express volume in terms of x. What will be the volume of such a figure? Length into width into height?
Length of width into height.
Yes, length into width into height. Okay, now let's just plug in all the values. What is the length? 2x. What is the width? X. Doesn't matter if you change the order as long as they are multiplying. And what is the height in terms of x? It says 1.08 minus 4x square 4x square divided by 6x. Yes, class. Now simply we know that we can cancel out this x and this x, or this x and this x, and we can cancel out this 2 and 3 as well. Yes, so what will be the volume finally? 1.08x minus 4x cubed upon 3. I hope all of you get this answer. Express the volume of the block in terms of x. We have done this. Find the value of x that makes this volume a maximum. Yes, class. Whether it's maximum or it's minimum, in order to find the extreme value of the volume, I'll have to do what?
Sir, extreme volume का मतलब?
The boy turning point, maximum or minimum. Both can be the extreme value, right?
dV by dx is equal to.
Yes, I have to differentiate it. But before differentiating it, let me just simplify a bit more so that you people don't make the error of using the quotient rule here, which is not needed. The quotient rule is not needed here because I don't have a function in the denominator. It is just a value. It's not a function. It does not contain the variable. Don't make the mistake of using quotient rule over here. You can use it. It will just make your things lengthy. 1.08x upon 3. So just to simplify this, I can write it down in this way. 4x cubed upon 3. Now let's just differentiate it. What do I get? dV by dx. Yes. 1.08 upon 3. If you use your calculator, you will get a value for this, as a direct value for this as well. Minus, just multiply this 3 over here. 3 multiplied by 4x square upon 3. Yes, class, is this right?
3 ऊपर कैसा आ गया?
कौन सा 3 ऊपर आया?
तो ये जो
How do you
4x
differentiate it, Umair? How do you differentiate it? It's 4x cubed upon 3. How do you differentiate it?
सही है, समझ गया.
Okay. You cancel it, you simplify. What is 1.08 upon 3? Yes, class. Use your calculators. Tell me what's 1.08 upon 3?
0.36.
0.36. And then you know we can cancel out these two 3's, and what do I get? Minus 4x square. So this is the derivative, and I know that at extreme value, whether I'm using a common word, extreme value, either using maximum or minimum, just a common word, extreme value. So at extreme values, the differential is always equal to what? 0?
0.
Abdullah, it's clear now? The word extreme value.
जी sir. Clear.
Okay. Yes, class, use it to tell me what's the answer of x. X square is equal to 0.36 divided by 4. Remember, whenever you are taking roots, you have to take both the answers. So x is equal to what? Plus minus? What? Plus minus?
जी sir, 0.3 answer.
0.3. X can take two values. X can either be 0.3 or x can be minus 0.3. Now, which quantity is used to represent x over here? Which value can x take over here, class?
0.3 sir. 0.
Why can't it be r is minus 0.3?
वॉल्यूम निकालना है ना,
So, doesn't matter.
तो 0.3 होगा ना, माइनस कैसे हो सकता है वॉल्यूम?
Volume के लिए थोड़ी है x. X is not used for volume.
अच्छा हाँ.
What is x is used for? X itself is a quantity used for what? Length, right?
जी.
And length cannot be negative.
ओके.
That is why we will not take minus 0.3. So we will discard this option because it's a length. And what is the value and what does the question say? Let's see. Read the question again. Find the value of x that makes this volume a maximum. Yes, so the value of x is equals to 0.3. But just to check, the question says that the proof is not needed. but just to check that whether this value will give me the maximum or the minimum value, obviously the maximum one, let's check, double differentiate it or find the higher derivative. What is the double differential? This class.
8x.
Very good, Saad. Minus 8x, beta. Minus 8x. Now just plug in the value 0.3 over here. What do you get? Minus 2.4. I know that this shows that higher derivative or the double differential,
Maximum value.
very good, is less than 0. That means that V is maximum when x is equal to 0.3. I hope this is clear to everyone. Mueed, if you're still having trouble, please let me know. Anyone else who is still having problem, please let me know.
नहीं सर आ गया